Hello, saints. Precious people. How y'all doing out in the streets? I messed up that plug. It is vibrating. Hello, saints. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor. He writes out all of my scriptures. He brings all of my medicine in the room.
Daddy, do it, Jesus.
What?
Yeah, bother me today.
You just came out with didn't do what?
That ain't what. You can't tell me how to praise my God. Stumbling block.
Okay.
That's right. You better say okay. I'm the head and not the tail. Holler at us, know where you from, where you be.
Come on in the room.
That light line on there.
I don't know, but you just swaying up.
I think it's from that. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Didn't fix it. Your face still look like it looked.
I'm not participating in your foolishness today.
What foolishness is that?
Whatever you got going on.
There we go. I see you got a little piece hanging down in front.
Really?
Do it then. Get.
That was a bad idea.
What?
Just to have something hanging down.
You just did it, didn't you? You were trying something.
In my mind, it was going. It was cute.
You fancy, huh?
But then in real life, I was not.
You fancy, boo.
I am extremely tired. I feel like I was just explaining to Tasha why I'm so tired. Baby, can you stop? I knew to do something silly.
Richmond, Florida, we in here. You already know.
Baby, you gotta act country in
That's country.
What we call it?
Listen, because nobody like where you from, ain't got to do with me. We proud. We represent.
Where you represent, honey?
Richmond Heights, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running for mayor.
You running for mayor?
Mm-hmm.
Look here. Shana, do not.
That's right.
Do not. He is on something else.
She was getting mad because nobody.
Look, she talking about Rockledge.
How that go?
I don't know how this man. You know this. What's that? What's this?
Rockledge.
Ooh, he tried to Rockledge.
That was what that say, right? Rockledge. Just because nobody represent Demetri Hole, they mad at me.
Man.
Y'all underrepresented out here in the community.
Yes, Auntie, that's it. See, no for you.
I'm sorry. I was saying it phonetically how it's spelled on the comment. Rockledge.
Okay, but when y'all want to do Oak Ridge, when y'all like Oak Ridge, y'all just put Oak Ridge like that because they don't know which one you're saying. Like,
I've never tried to spell that though.
but if you did, it would be something along
But see,
that line.
I don't have to do it because everybody already know what time it is. Because we be out here in these streets. You understand me? Yeah, they know what it is.
Oh, 10-pound baby Jesus. Can y'all help me?
Wax school today. I felt all itchy and breaking out in hives. Felt lame coming out of there. Had to shake it off.
Whatever. My school is not lame. It has not now, nor has it ever been lame.
I want they got to go outside in the cold after they leave the gym. Go to the locker room.
Boy, if you don't stop that mess.
That's not true.
No, it's not.
It is true.
How would I know about now? I don't go
we went to the game and we
baby,
on that.
baby.
So I like you
again.
Don't know that.
How would I know about now?
Because we went to the game, you saw it for yourself.
Baby, I don't go to what that place is? Oh, I mean Edgewater now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's playing crazy. You know what it is.
Whatever.
You know y'all school raggedy and they just built it.
It's raggedy. We just built it. Okay then. Anyway.
Better than what y'all had though.
First giving honor to God. Trying to give y'all folks a few minutes, but it's 7:11, and this is not a long topic because the topic is it's a thin line between aggravating and encouraging. Mm-hmm. Don't I know so well?
Oh God, it is very thin. Razor thin.
Come on, somebody.
What's up? What's going on?
Look, somebody come and say thin line.
Thin line, but what? Razor's edge. You understand me?
Look, touch your neighbor and say, it's a thin line.
Thin line.
Thin line. Your other neighbor.
Thin line. Ain't nobody over there.
Good. Don't touch nobody then. It's a thin line. Now, what exactly does that mean, Mr. Thomas?
Well, you think you're doing something that's beneficial for the relationship, you be getting on my last nerve.
Look at saying about thin line. Look, she be in church. Touch your neighbor, say thin line.
Thin line.
The other neighbor I told you, not me.
I ain't got no other neighbor. You the onlyest one.
Touch the white neighbor over there.
See my neighbor. She in the balcony. She was late to church. You late to church, you gotta sit in the balcony. In the mezzanine.
In the mezzanine. Okay, baby, you're rocking the whole table.
I ain't touching the table.
Baby.
I ain't touching the table and time. I ain't touching the table. No, I'm not. You See, right now you're aggravating me. You don't cross the line.
Hey, Darkus, how you doing?
I need you to step back.
Darkus, we about to have some hood love, some hot grits, some love and happiness.
Okay.
Fish greets.
That requires you to go in the kitchen.
Really? Like I ain't cooked?
Right there you didn't.
I cooked last night.
I made two. How does that affect the statement that I made? Not today you did.
You know I fight.
That's fine.
I throw hands.
It's no problem. Richmond Heights known for those things. Hey, I can't even listen. You don't got on my nerves, got me all stuttering and everything.
Okay. Thin line between encouraging. Wait, I said aggravating and encouraging. So aggravating and encouraging. So you aggravating. You was aggravating me.
No, my statement was still
correct.
I'm not touching you. See, that was about. My statement was still correct. You didn't cook today.
That's okay.
Yes, did
I cooked. Yes, Diddy, but today.
That ain't got to do what I said though.
You said that require you go in the kitchen. Yes. I can go and warm. There's some grits already in there. I can just put some water in and stir it up.
Go ahead. You know you move slow. You're getting up in age. By the time you do all that, I'll be gone. I'll be down the street, around the corner.
Your mammy. How about that?
Where you at? Finna throw some. Oh, he gone. Gone.
All right. So we're just talking briefly about how, and I know the men will say it is right, Shannon. She said, Lord.
Right. Gone.
Is the men will say it's the women that's aggravating, but you would say that it's both.
Oh, of course, but it's more women than men.
What?
It's like
where's that statistically at?
80-20.
Where that statistically at?
It's on Facebook. I seen it one time.
Oh, on Facebook.
Yeah, somebody did a study.
A Facebook study?
It was an HBCU study.
That boy said it was the HBCU study.
It was Cookman them, fam them.
First of all,
they did it together. It was a joint task force.
So, what makes it? What's the difference when a woman think that she's encouraging you to do better or to achieve something that you want to do? What makes it go from encouragement to aggravating?
I think that's a very complex question. But I think when a woman is doing more with words than actions.
Okay.
I think that's it. Because your actions can be encouraging me to be better by you being better.
Follow you. Okay.
Yes. So,
okay. What chapter in scripture is this one? What scripture?
I think it's in Galatians. Second chapter, somewhere around up and through that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, do the best that you can do, and he will follow.
Wait.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Do what you can.
I didn't read that Bible.
And what you can control.
That's the Richmond Heights version.
You don't read Galatians. So you be reading Ecclesiastes and all them. Hebrews and all that kind of stuff.
Cedric, that's because you talked noise about the cornbread last time. What you say about cornbread last time?
What did I say about cornbread?
I don't know. Ain't no telling. Remember. Frankie talking about Frankie, get your people.
What up, man?
We talking about it's a thin line between aggravating and encouraging.
Yes.
And Mr. Thomas wants to say if you do more with your actions,
with your mouth,
your actions. Thank you very much. I was right. Again, do more with your actions than your words.
Y'all be wrong.
Look, Lena said, "Hey, right? She about what Bible that is? Lena, exactly. That's the Richmond Heights version.
That's the NIV. So y'all be reading King James still.
What?
It's NIV or the New Living Testimony. That's another translation.
So you doing the LeBron James version?
No, he ain't got a Bible.
Cause I don't know what version that is you got going on.
If he had a Bible, they'd give him some hand at the top. He had another top.
You heard him say they had a Bible, they'd give him some hand at the top. You ain't gonna do my baby daddy like that.
Encouragement, well, you need to get your baby daddy some of that chia that grew at the top. Pour some water there, it grew. Encouragement, breasts life, and aggravation is criticism. True that.
Well,
Big Mike,
Richmond Heights, Florida.
Yes, sir.
See, he understand your version of the Bible because that's what y'all do at Richmond Heights.
No, I'm just saying, people. That's when you always talking about you need to do this, you need to do that. Why you need to do this? Why you need to do that?
Okay, but what if they don't say it like that? So what if they're saying things?
But it still can be aggravated if you're saying it too often. Like if you say, for instance, I don't know, you need to do something tomorrow or by the end of the week, and then tomorrow you ask by the end of the week, yeah, been one day. Give me a chance to do something.
Well, what if so are you talking about like something for the week?
I don't know. I was just trying to throw an example out there. It's kind of difficult to pinpoint something right at this juncture.
But what happens if it's a life goal that you want to do that's going to take you some time to get to?
Right. So
what do you do if? I mean, like, there's no like set amount of time to say, okay, do something.
Yeah, but it should be some kind of progress toward it, I think, at some point. And if you don't see that, then you can ask about it. I mean, I can understand that. I can't be mad at that. But if it's, I don't know. It's hard to explain. If it's to just use wisdom, ask the Lord to guide you.
Okay, so Mike said he sent his wife an encouraging message every day. Cedric, you don't send me an encouraging message every day.
Ooh, I do.
You don't. Mm-hmm. You don't send me an encouraging message.
I do. Every time you call me 47 times a day and I talk to you and I stop working, that's a message of encouragement. Baby, you can do it. Angie, don't die. Stay up, fool. That's an encouraging message.
That is not an encouraging message. He's so wrong for that. What happened is still aggravating you? It's a thin line.
Yeah, thin line.
You can slap them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, go to
hey,
jail.
son.
Go to jail.
But if you do it when we ask, we do not have to say it again. Oh, come on here. Oh, come on here. The Holy Spirit is in this place.
That's true. But if you ask when the place is closed, then we can't do it.
No. See, what she said, okay, so see, I'm glad I had my sisters in here. I think my sisters are really saved. Because what they said was, if you do it when we ask or suggest or we talk about it and not procrastinate, and then you wait till it's closed, then you forget the next day.
No, you ask when it's closed.
No, but when we talk about when it's open, and then you forget.
Yeah, everybody forget now.
Look at my Jesus. Yeah, right. Come on here. I said, save. Yes, God. Yes.
Why are you doing it?
Y'all gonna let him do me like that? Correct. Liz, you heard him to my. I said, this is a save thing. He's my why I'm doing it.
Listen, you know the place was closed when you asked me. Talking about do it when you asked. That was a setup from the beginning.
It wasn't a setup.
The place was closed when you asked.
Do you not feel like sometimes men procrastinate?
I know it depends on what it is.
I'm saying, but women, as a rule of thumb, can be more aggravating than men with stuff. But as a rule of thumb, men procrastinate a lot more than women with stuff.
No, I don't agree with that. I'm saying it depends on what it is, because some stuff people probably don't want to do.
It's still procrastination if you know you're eventually going to have to do it or need to do it.
It's not necessarily procrastination. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not.
But it is.
But it's not. What if your spouse has said they wanted to pursue something, but when you get on board with them, they change their mind about it? For example, starting a business, and then you begin to take the steps to assist or encourage them, and then he no longer wants to do it. But you still continue to encourage.
That's rough, Shayna.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Because when they bring something to you, and then sometimes you don't always get it or agree in the beginning, right. But then like, okay, I'm on board. And the first thing, oh sorry.
No.
Hush. The first thing is that they've explained it, you got on board, and then when you explain it, they got on board with your vision and your dreams, and then you start helping them, and they're like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, okay, we can't go forward if you're going to be indecisive, because nothing worse than your man being indecisive. Women can be indecisive. It's not a good thing. But if your man is unstable, I want you to be a little sure on something.
What is that? I don't know what it is.
That's just somebody tagging names.
No, that's it. Who is yes? I do that.
Baby, just tagging names.
Said don't be yawning.
Listen. Let me tell you how he left me. He called me old. So, I mean, it's proven that women want a man that's stable.
But what
mentally?
Hold on, wait. Just because a man might have some indecisive moments doesn't mean he's not stable.
Right. But if you have sit and laid out your plan for your dreams, I then jump on the bandwagon and say, yes, baby, you can do it. I am going to assist. We got this, blah, blah, blah. We make all these steps. And you like, I changed my mind. Well, N-word, you should have told me you changed your mind before I got started with all this mess.
It was just a test to see if you were going to come on. Now that you're here, we can do what I really want to
do. You know what?
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Right.
That's different.
But, so the thing about it is that if it's a lifelong goal and a dream, did somebody write it? Right? Maybe I missed some things to put on there on the screen. I was trying to let my face go down.
Let's see.
Have you forgot something?
No, that's people tagging people's name, like you said. So then Shayna was here.
Right.
Oh no. He played too much.
Right?
Yeah, and then she tagged somebody else too.
So this is the thing.
Well, this is what it might be too. Maybe he might feel like right now might not be the right time, that maybe he want to come back to a later time or something. I don't know.
Okay, but on that, in that same vein, That's aggravating for us because you always talk about, oh, you ain't supportive. You don't support my dreams. You know, you a stumbling block. You won't let me be great. I'm trying to help you be great, and then you don't want to be great no more. Now you want to be mediocre. What?
That ain't got to do with us. That other people's situations. I got to do. With me.
I'm just saying, we talk about thin line.
You all this here like you doing sign language.
Because I be feeling some kind of way.
Yeah, you don't, when you put your hand down, you don't know sign language.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
when you got somebody that's supporting you, and then you change your mind. Hey, I'm just playing.
This your side right here. You got your hands all over here. This your side over here. You're all over here, directing traffic.
So, what then should she do to the wonderful husband that God has given her that she was invested in?
This is what she should do. She should get clarity and ask, like I said, is this something that you still want to do?
But he said he changed his mind.
No, I'm saying, but listen to me. Is it something that's going to be postponed that we're going to pick up at a later time? Or did you really change your mind and not want to do it at all anymore?
Should she inquire why? Because just to say I changed my mind, because then what's to?
But it depends on what the answer is, because it might be for a later time.
No, but I'm just saying, if you say I changed my mind, and they just change their mind, the thing about it is that when you want me to get in your next bandwagon, I would be more reluctant to get on the bandwagon.
Why?
Because you're gonna change your mind again.
That don't happen one time.
Baby. But no, if it's a business and I have started to be invested with you, then yeah, we're not doing that.
So if that's the case, I won't get on the bandwagon with you or any other woman because y'all change your mind like the wind blows.
First of all, so the man is the head of the household.
No, but
you're gonna be stable in all your ways.
If that's the criteria,
I know you don't know the scripture.
No,
you don't know the scripture.
No. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
No, so the woman ain't head of the household, so we can't both share. We both can't share that. So either you gonna lead
and win, that you are changing your mind very often, then we will not be supporting your many mood swings that you have. Okay?
Wait, minty.
I'm
less inclined the next time, right? But that's just facts. Even Cedric,
that's your husband. And you got to get on
your husband,
and you got to get in where you fit in. That's just what it is.
But I don't have to get in on your next idea.
Yeah, you do.
No,
you the wife.
Yep.
But if you didn't want to get in on the next idea, you shouldn't have married him. Should have got somebody else.
Who knew?
Well,
who knew?
It's called prayer. It's supplication.
Yeah, but he tell me my husband went crazy.
Now you do. So
he said he touched a little bit.
It's too late.
I thought he meant touched by the Lord, not touched and crazy.
Oh well, it's yours. So what you gonna do with it? Can't take it back. Ain't no receipts. You can't take it back. It's yours.
I'm gonna get me a new model.
No, you ain't do it.
So
you got your name on it. That's it.
God's got a blessing my name on it.
You heard.
So seriously, does the person not owe you an explanation if they get you to buy into what they want to do and where we're going?
I would say yes. I don't know if they necessarily owe it to you, but I think that's something that you should do if you're changing your mind all of a sudden and they have helped you and taking steps to do things.
But see, as a husband and wife, I would say the word "owe" because I'm not just somebody to treat you just change your mind. We're partners. We're a team.
But "owe" is a little strong because even if you're married, no one still really owes you.
You owe me. Yes, you do. There's some things you owe me according to my vows.
What vows? The vows say anything about explain to me thou decisions. That's not what it says. Might say my wife suggested a good idea. We got married, and this past weekend during her birthday getaway, I did not falter or hesitate, and neither did she. And we are closer for it. Love her.
You know what? He's still in the honeymoon stage, child.
Relationship goals.
You see him, right? Relationship goals. I did not falter. Baby, you ain't on my honeymoon trip, birthday trip.
It ain't a honeymoon, honey.
But it is the birthday trip.
It ain't your birthday, none of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, going on now. That's over with.
Melinda, right? Yes. That falls in line with communication. Well, what you think?
Well, yes and no, because like I said,
well, yes,
and plus they're newly married too, so there's
no. I'm not talking about that. No, we're talking about she's talking about. I believe when it said we owe it to each other or to your spouse to say it. It
well,
does
that's what
because
I'm saying. I agree that you should do it, but I'm saying I think "oh" is a little strong of a word.
Okay, so listen,
in my opinion,
being in all seriousness, I think that it's a part of the intimacy, though.
Oh, of course.
When you are intimately connecting, we're not talking about having sex because y'all just hunching at that point. You might be intimate, but you have to be intimate before you was intimate this way in order for you to have that good, successful flow in marriage. If you guys
are connected, you want to tell them.
Right. And that's what I was saying.
But then you say, "oh," is put a little, I don't know.
Well, but see,
that's just with my mind.
This is the thing. We would feel like we owe each other an explanation because of our connection and our intimacy in the relationship that we had. Now, 10, 15 years ago, we wouldn't have felt like we owed each other nothing because we did not have that connectivity.
Well, and not just that, but I don't take those things for granted. If you were backing me on an idea and I was like, well, I'm not going to do it anymore, I'd be like, babe, I appreciate you riding with me, but I'm not going to do it, and this is why.
Right.
So you would understand. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Because if you don't tell somebody, they just left to guess or formulate their own whatever.
Right.
So that's my angle.
And for a man, the number one thing that men need, the S word that they need, is not sex, it's support. You see people that...
That's why you're holding hands like that? You support me? Do that again, hold me up.
I don't know. This is support. This is dumb. I can't hold you up in this.
Hold me up.
You too big. I can't even hold your hand up in that. Yeah, that's better. So the number one thing that they have S words, that the number one thing for women and number one thing for men.
Right.
For men, it is support. People always think it's sex, but it's support. Right. Because honestly, men can go get some coochie from any and everywhere. We ain't say how it's gonna look, what it's gonna do, how many times it's gonna do, but they can get some coochie.
Coochie.
I said like the coochie.
Coochie.
They can have
coochie.
I ain't say it like that.
They can get some coochie. I can't say coochie.
Y'all see how you picking at me?
Cooter cat. Don't keep saying coochie.
But okay, they can have sex with other people. Y'all know y'all say coochie. Why y'all like y'all don't say it?
I don't say coochie.
You do say.
Really?
What you say?
What last time I said some
what
coochie?
You say?
Coochie.
You don't say it like that, but what you say?
Fruit frapper.
That ain't what you say. Look, Lena say she do. See, I'm glad y'all all here playing like y'all don't say nothing.
I didn't say I say nothing, but I don't think I say coochie. I don't think that's my word.
You say a word.
That ain't coochie.
Anyway, I say it just like that. Okay, Lena, because they playing the game like they don't say nothing. So I know that people say, like married people say they don't have sex and all that stuff. But
what?
First of all, that's a whole nother show. We gotta talk about sexless marriage again. Yeah. We saying again because sexless marriage, that don't even go together.
It's running around. It go together. It's running around.
No, it don't go together in my life, in my mind.
They're yours, but it's going together a lot of lives.
No, but that ain't. I'm saying because you do it, don't mean that go together. That don't fit. That's like hamburger and peanut butter. That don't go together. Somebody might eat it, but that ain't what go together.
They make hamburger peanut butter sandwiches.
Okay, but that don't go together.
That's gourmet.
Well, I ain't married no gourmet. I married a hood nigga.
Say what? Say what?
A hood ninja. Okay, I married a hood ninja.
I'm from the suburbs.
Exactly, but it happened. Listen, right? It don't mix. I know. Okay, but the reason I said something about sexless marriage is because
why you said
it is. I forgot what the percentage is, but it's over 50% of marriage. It was over 50%.
It's way over.
It was like 80 or some percent,
something like that.
Something stupid. And I was like, how does it even work? But now I realize why it works.
Why? Because
when you're not connected, you don't have that say it's a job, it's a chore, it's your roommate. You pick the kids, I pick the kids. No, you gonna cook dinner, I'm gonna cook dinner. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. It's not like we have fun, we act silly, we enjoy one another, we talk. People don't do that.
But how you get mad when somebody cheat if you ain't having no sex?
That's a whole nother thing.
How you no sense?
Listen? Can somebody make me make sense? Make sense of that?
Year, 2 years, and the man cheat. Like, how are you gonna cheat on me? What the? What you think he gonna do?
We're gonna put this disclaimer out here. We do not condone cheating under any circumstances. Okay, if you're married, you have one husband, one wife. Okay. However, in this thing called the earth with an F, in the world, how do you, as a woman, say we have not had sex in, one person said 5 years? Is that what they said? Yeah. And I was like, y'all know I don't have much of a filter. I was like, you stupid. You tell us about he had sex with somebody else, and you tell about you don't even let him look at it. You are an idiot is what I wanted to say. I just said you stupid, but I want to say you're an idiot.
What you thought he was gonna do?
What you think he gonna do if you done put the hot pocket in the lock and safe drawer, lock the bathroom door, you take it to work with you, take it everywhere with you, but then you talking about you better not do nothing.
But listen, and he probably swore that you doing something, because 5 years you might not be high nature, but you want something.
Right, Melinda, not nan tap of sense. How do you, listen, the longest I heard somebody say is 5 years, but we read articles about people that were longer. Right. Because when we had this whole thing about sexless marriage, I didn't believe it.
Oh, I believe it.
Because even in our times of the worst hell, when we didn't like each other at all, we was hunching.
I ain't giving on calling Albert.
What is it?
So I'm calling Albert. Say, so we can say at all. The girl ain't got no sense.
Right.
I had one tell me 10 years.
Wait, listen.
What?
But listen, okay, so I'm gonna bring on this. If you are professing to be a Christian, you know you sinning. Right. That's the first thing. We're gonna talk about that. And I ain't here to be your Lord and Savior. I'm just saying you can't hold that thing back as a punishment. Right. That is never.
That's called witchcraft.
Yes, that is never okay. You can't manipulate people like that. That's why, and it's not just in marriage and sex. You can't be manipulating people like that in them old crazy ways. That's just not what God would have us to do. But I don't understand. We can be glad again tomorrow. Right. Listen, I just don't understand
we can be mad again when we get done.
Listen, y'all ain't got to kiss. I mean, there's some times you gonna want your needs met. He gonna want his needs met. Why we got to tongue it out? No, we ain't got to tongue it out. Did you say you want to tongue it out? No way. You don't want to kiss me? Come on, babe, give me a kiss. Kiss for the camera. Come on.
You been out there in them streets.
What?
Let me get right first. And we talk about that later.
You're so goofy. So we came all about support, and we got into this sexless marriage, but all of them are about communication and your intimacy together. Mm-hmm. Because without no connectivity and what you call it, intimacy, mm-hmm. You can't see into me later.
I don't need to see.
Well, how you gonna get in there?
Well, I'll find it. Stevie Wonder on the track. Oh, there it is, right there.
What?
Hello. See me you're looking for.
Don't sing, please. Don't.
I can see it in the dark.
See. He said he don't hold his bottom lip in his laugh, but he do, don't he? Look, don't he?
How you business?
You mad like the old man. Not
when you in Rome. Yeah, y'all graduated together.
You shut up. Anyway, I highly recommend that we work on our intimacy and communication, because I'm telling you, I think that's the core of all the problems that we have, that people we have about 4 couples that we are currently working with, and I believe that it's probably the main thing is your connectivity, because
it is, but you don't have the right mindset, you'll never be able to communicate, because you always treat them like they're the enemy.
Right.
They're out to get you, and you want to get them before they get you.
And
so you gotta change your mindset.
That thing I did, I know some people saw when we was talking about working as a team. I can't help but emphasize how much the illustration that God showed me was important, because when you play in 1-on-1, you work on your own. But when you play on 2-on-2, y'all in team, when I get stuck up top, I can pass it down low and let my big dude dunk it, slam it, whatever he got to lay it up, whatever. But I ain't got to work that hard.
I'm going to work in the paint.
Hard in the paint, hard in the... Okay, sorry.
There it is.
So if you realize that I really wish that we could open like this book of our lives, that people could actually see the video footage. It wouldn't be nice in the beginning. It would not.
I want you to see that.
It was not nice in the beginning. We was raggedy. We talked to each other raggedy.
That's my business.
It was bad. It was bad. It was
just look now and think whatever.
No, but what happened is people don't understand how bad it was. You remember that when somebody was like, Miss Angie, y'all wouldn't understand. I was like, and she was saying something. I was like, yeah, Miss Angie, understand, baby. You just don't. I wish you could see.
I don't want you to see.
I mean, I do.
Just take my word for it.
But you don't ever want people to understand how bad it was.
No. Nope.
It can help somebody.
No, we tell them that's enough.
Baby.
We ain't gotta show them.
Baby, when you tell somebody that God saved you from a mighty, mighty, mighty long way, you used to be in the streets, that's fine. But when they see that you was a killer,
they ain't gotta see. You take my word for it or whatever, it's on you. Your decision. I ain't gonna go through all that. Showing my business.
Oh, Lord.
Derek, what's up, man?
I really wish that we could show them that there is light in the tunnel. But there's light in the tunnel if you want to keep digging.
If you get right.
Yeah. But that would be keep digging, all right?
Yeah, digging together.
That's true. Because one person can't dig all by themselves.
They can, but if you dig in opposite ways, when they get the dirt, throw it where you just digging, and you threw it where they were digging, nothing happens. You're still in the same place.
Yeah, I really, looking back at our life, that first 5 years, I would have never imagined us being here.
Right.
But at some point in time, it had to be...
Get right.
At some point in time, there was a switch that happened. I don't know what that switch was. Do you?
Yeah, I tell you, it was the point of view, like your frame of mind, the way you think about things. Because like I said, it went from, even though we were married, we were not a team. And once I decided that, or not decided, but I guess I felt like you were part of the team and that you had my best interests in mind, then I could look at things that you did differently. Not saying you were perfect, but I wasn't as upset when things happened because I knew you didn't do it on purpose. And that if I brought it to your attention, that you would take actions to change it or do better or whatever the case may be. Whereas before that, I was like, look at you, see, you whatever.
So when you said about your mindset,
right, that's what changed.
When your mindset changed, you don't see things as harsh, right, or as over the top or drastic as you might have done before, because what was a really big deal before might not be a big deal anymore, because it was like that wasn't, it might not be a big deal at all, actually.
Well, I look at it like sports. Like, say for instance, if you are a fan of a team, right? You don't play.
Right.
And somebody does something that makes a mistake at the end of the game and your team loses. everybody harps on that mistake. But if you play on the team, you know that one mistake didn't cost us the game.
Right.
That people made mistakes all throughout the game.
Right.
So you're not as hard on that player because that's your teammate. They may have made a mistake at the end, but what about the mistake in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the people in the team don't treat each other as badly as the fans or the commentators or the talking heads on TV because they're not on the team. So they don't have the same mindset because even though we lost tonight, it's a long season. I need you next week to have your head in the game. So if I bash you this week, you ain't gonna be no good to me next week because your confidence gone.
And you know what else? When you are on a team, I might get aggravated with you or get mad with you, but can't nobody else talk about you.
Correct.
You know, when you're not in that good place, you look for anybody that's gonna co-sign on whatever you feel.
Right.
You know, your lack of engagement or whatever. Right. But then when you are connected, you kind of like, wait a minute now.
Right.
I know he might get on my nerves, but what you ain't gonna do is say nothing about him.
Right. Derek say, go back.
I put him on the screen, baby.
Oh, you know, okay, I missed him. I'm sorry. Amen, my brother. Melinda says, good analogy. Frank Yard say, Angie, that's it. Shayna says, right. So yeah, once that mindset changed, then that's when I feel like we were able to start growing.
But this is the thing, people don't understand because you hear people say, I heard people say you can get to the first year. Then I heard people say the first 2 years. No, but I'm saying, but that all my life I've heard you get to the first year. Then I've heard second 2 years. Then somebody said 5 years.
Well, what about the couple that we talked about where they had been married for 50 years and end up separating? Remember? But
see now, to me, neither one of them was invested in each other. They, to me, were staying together because it was comfortable, and they were raising children, and they were trying to get their children to a certain place. But then when you get to that certain place with your children, and your children out of the house, I don't know you anymore, right? Because
they got back together, but there was a tryst for a while with the
there's a tryst because you done got some hot pocket from somebody else.
Well, I'm sure he was already getting it, but when he moved out and moved with a girlfriend, grass wasn't green like he thought, I'm sure.
Right. So, okay, so we gonna act like everybody, we not gonna act like everybody on been on here, been angels. You know that when you sneaking to do something, it is much more exciting.
Right, it's more better.
It's more better when you sneaking. When you can do it and sneaking, you kind of like, ooh, that's
the thrill is gone.
You be like, ooh, that ain't that good. All right, never mind.
Yeah, I'm going back to my boo thing.
Right, like, look, woo, that's not in this.
But what do you say about that? She took him back though. 50 years together.
Yeah, but you're not gonna take your hot pocket, take that hot pocket, and leave me over by myself, and then.
But then 50 years. That's
but here's what you don't know: what if she is in the sexist marriage? What if she was just nice to other people, but not necessarily nice to him?
Well, that's true. He might have wanted him some hot pocket because he wasn't getting none.
And the hot pocket might have been nice.
But see, that's not hot pocket. They older. We don't call it pot pie. And then hot pocket.
Did you say pot pie?
Pot pie. If you under 50, it's a hot pocket. If you over 50, it's a hot pie. It ain't no hot pocket. It's one of them,
Can you push all these?
Do we miss some? Pot pies.
This boy said it's not a hot pocket, it's a pot pie.
Well, it say laugh out loud. That's right, Ange. I know that's right. Now, Fisha. Melinda says it always better.
When you're sneaking,
always taught me to keep negative feelings and thoughts about my spouse to myself, because when y'all are good again, they still be talking crazy, and all hell breaks.
Hold on, before you. That's the one thing I would highly recommend, because y'all, most people that make up to break up to make up, whatever. Right. You mad? Why you bought him that? He got a whole million about it.
You got none on your feet.
Most people, you be mad and then y'all make up and then y'all all good. But then when you done told your mama, your sister, your cousin, then everybody else always. Then when y'all good, they still throwing shade at your people. Why? Because you open your mouth. Right. Keep your doggone mouth shut.
Right. Telling all the business.
And then when you telling the business, it's only one-sided too.
Right.
That business ain't.
You definitely ain't gonna tell what you did.
Hey, how many is that? That's it.
Don't want it.
Your bad guts.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Y'all hate.
Girl, he said a
Not
pot
a
pie.
Yeah, food.
Why you got to be a pot pie because you over 50?
That's about my boo. I know that's right.
But here's the problem.
I wish your knuckle would.
But you better not say about your boo, but you got to keep your mouth shut.
That's true.
You cannot say.
Well, you can't say don't say that about my boo when you talking about him.
Correct.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Well, I think it's kind of like when I'm there talking about him, you can talk about him. Then when I leave, when we make up, we be talking again.
As soon as you leave, it's going on the
group chat.
Yeah,
the group chat.
Yeah.
Girl, Angie said, did blah 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 blah. I knew it wasn't. I knew all black love wasn't good.
Yeah, going on
but I'm telling you,
hotline.
Let me tell y'all something. It is amazing to me how people want to see if your marriage is what it is. Like, I ain't never said we was perfect. Me and Sarah have tips, but we just learned how to have disagreements without going below the belt. Yeah. How we be, look, I be hot mad with him, and 10 minutes later, I'm like, babe, I'm gonna be mad. And in my mind, I'm trying to remember what I was mad about, but I'm not. That's just because of where we've gotten to.
Right.
Like, I know one time I forgot you did something, and I went and I fell asleep. Next morning, I was like, I was gonna be mad at him. I couldn't even remember what I was mad at. Like, that's what happens when you get that kind. It's because you realize it's not the importance of being mad.
That's the advantage of marrying an older woman. That bad memory, you can't remember nothing.
You don't be remember what you mad at either. Hush. Go ahead, baby.
Derek said, I talked to my dang self, called me crazy.
I ain't mad.
Let me say, pot pie tastes better than Hot Pockets.
Wait a minute.
That's truth. Chicken or turkeys.
Well, if that's the case, I got me a pot pie then.
Right. That features laughing emoji. I don't know, man. What's the OG is chicken, right? The OG pot pie chicken.
Yes.
Yeah. So we go with the OG chicken.
Them cube chicken.
Yeah, little cubes of chicken.
Like, I don't think they're really chicken.
But I always hate them peas. I hate them peas in that pot pie. Ugh. Don't like peas.
You had look like that?
The peas gross. You bite into them and nasty, and they just skeet all in your mouth.
Wait. You heard your daddy? That's nasty. Go ahead.
It's very nasty. That's why I don't eat pot pie.
What he saying?
Yes, sir. OG chicken.
Okay, wait, next one.
Yeah, chicken.
So listen, the whole purpose of this was learn the balance between encouraging and aggravating. If you see that when you're saying something to him, first of all, you might have to change up how you say it. Yeah. When you say it and your tone that you say it in.
Hold on.
Because if you feel like you chastising him, wait, I can't read.
Might say pot pie is bigger than a Hot Pocket too.
Well, I got a pot pie then, doggone it.
Big Mike. Yes, sir.
Well, I got a pot pie.
Hey, the Hot Pocket ain't gonna get you full. That pot pie get you right. That's a meal in and of itself.
Got all that bread. And
that pot pie get you right. You don't want nothing else.
Y'all done went down the wrong lane.
Pot pie and a cold
drink.
What
lane is saying?
You're on the wrong. She said chicken. You put that one up already.
Go underneath it. I'm sorry. I mean, go underneath.
There, I can't balance this woman. She crazy as H.
He said what?
His woman. It's crazy.
What is it? Oh, she crazy. Okay.
Yeah. How it said is more than what said. That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I was saying. The important part. You skipping something, ain't you?
No, that's just somebody's name that they tagged in.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's, to me, that's what we miss it at, especially women. If I can get 95% of the women that we talk to, couples, to realize it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Sometimes it's when you say it too.
How you say it first and when you say it.
Sometimes you like to bring up stuff at the wrong time.
First of all, while he watching the game, ain't it?
Or you already mad and when you want to tell him something.
Don't have them conversations when you're upset. But just like, babe, whatever you gotta say, but where you should. And whenever you start a sentence with you, it never goes well because you're already accusatory. Right. Baby, going up with this dream.
Baby, you talking. Mike say it's a meal. Hot Pocket a meal. And a pot pie is a meal. Hot Pocket is a snack. Hot Pocket.
Baby, I can't. You skipping them.
Your tone. I just put it.
What does that say?
That's a name.
Okay, I still put them there. I got one.
Your tone and how you word things to me determines how I answer. Dare say, oh dang, Nafisha. That goes both ways.
What goes both ways? About how you talk to one another?
Yeah, how you
well,
answer.
yeah, but we were talking about, I'm speaking from the ladies' point of view, because men typically put us in the aggravating boat.
Right.
Men do it too, but we're notorious for being called naggers, fussers, complainers, Debbie Downers.
Lewis say that's like cutting you while you kissing. Laugh out loud.
What?
How you talk to somebody.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
Lena said, yeah, I'm learning how to say it because I know this mouth of mine can fry chicken.
Lena. See, the first step in getting help is admitting you have a problem. Okay.
Yeah, the teacher said, you should. Why don't you? Why won't you? Why you always? I get defensive when those things are said.
You said it too fast. I don't know.
You should. Why don't you? Why won't you? Why you always?
Oh yeah, those are never things to lead with.
Right. But the same goes for the men with the tone. Exactly.
Well, I mean, everything is both ways. Don't get me wrong. The only reason I address the women is because we get the bad rap for that a lot, right. and a lot of us mean well, but what the men tend to feel like we are their mother. We're trying to parent them as opposed to be their partner and their spouse and help them. They feel like you. If any of y'all been married, you done heard your husband say, "You ain't my mama. I ain't married my mama. I already got a mama." One of them saying.
Well, but sometimes that's the only interaction that the woman knows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do, because that's how they used to dealing with the children all the time.
Or that's what they heard growing up.
Yeah. Derek says during football. Tamika says in our feelings. Derek say, "Dang woman." So I didn't say that part exactly. Like I said, baby, I've improved a lot.
Good.
That's right. Keep improving all the time. Or I'm not your child is what you hear.
Or
from the men.
One thing I do want to say is, Lena, you said you identified the issue, you're improving, but don't let that be your same story years from now. Like, well, you knew how I was when you married me.
Right.
When we get counted how many times we done heard people say,
right.
He knew how I was when he married me. Yeah, but he was hoping that you would grow up at some point.
Right. And change.
He knew I was jealous when he married me. And you still gonna be jealous 20 years later, checking to see if he looked at a picture? Girl, bye.
Right.
Baby, you
oh.
No, it didn't go on.
Just say you're a bad butt. That's what it's been typed in.
Siri, shut up.
Yeah, Siri tripping.
So you know the thing about it, that you constantly should be growing and evolving, and you cannot be in the same place if now you know you have mental retardation as a deformity.
Oh Lord. Don't go.
No, I'm saying, but if you are doing the same thing as a baby, as you are when you're in elementary, what they gonna say?
Yeah.
If you're doing the same thing as elementary as you're doing in high school, what they gonna say? So it should be that same thing. There's a progression. They take tests every year to make sure you're progressing. Are you progressing? Are you doing the same stupidness you did in year 1 and year 5? Then your growth is stunted.
Right.
You are mentally special.
All right. Lena
and you might need to go to some therapy, some rehab.
You heard me? Atlanta said exactly.
I got my glasses dirty. That's why I told him to read.
Well, my wife has a weekly subscription to the show. Right.
Who's that?
Derek. Said his wife has a weekly subscription. Listen,
your wife my girl now. I ain't studying you no more. You was on here talking crazy with Cedric.
Lewis said, if he knew how you was, then you never grew.
Yes, but that's what I was saying. Yeah. It took me, look, I was a little slow with that. Sorry. Yeah. I was, because this is the thing, but they use that.
Shout it out when you know it.
They use that as an excuse,
right?
As to excusing their behavior,
right?
I mean, like, I get it.
Excuse not to grow.
There were things that I did in the beginning. Instead of knew how I was, but I could not say that because my husband's mouth, it was absolutely horrible. So he'll be like, so you just gonna stay stupid? Wait, what? I ain't say I was stupid. See, my husband say something that just hurt your feelings. You go cry in the corner.
Stuck on stupid.
You just gonna say stupid. You gonna say, so you gonna be the same way? Yeah, I mean, he would go ham. So I had to learn that if I wanted to be better, I had to do better. And I had to learn. I had to be around some people that were doing the right thing. We went to some classes. We went to everywhere we could go to improve us. Right. And I said us, the marriage, but we also had to work on ourselves.
Individually.
And God dealt with me. Right. And he fixed me, started working on me. And my husband didn't believe it. So he would be like, why you doing all that? Why you want to be a wife now?
No, the thing is trust, but verify.
I knew you was going to say
trust
that.
Trust but verify. Derek says, laugh out loud. I have to admit that she has changed after these 20 plus years. And we should be changing.
Right. If you've been married for 20 years and your wife or husband still doing the same dumbness that they did at year one, because like in the beginning, you might take some chances, something that I might go to jail on, or I might get in trouble, you might get dead, something silly, right? Because you're young and you just figure like I'm invincible. But then when you get older, you be like, I ain't doing that mess. I ain't got time for it. And somebody can, you just start thinking about the whole ramifications of right.
Derek says, Nafisa Jackson, girl, you have got a lot better, boo. Shivania says, you change, but you always have those buttons that can only be pushed so many times.
Okay.
Yeah, don't let the buttons be pushed. Hide the buttons.
Do you still think that, and we got to go in a few minutes. Do you still think that we have the same buttons?
I think there's one residual kind of sort. It's not really like it was, but it can be in certain situations. But all the other ones have dissolved.
But I'm saying like the things that there were certain things that can be said that would just be like 0 to 1200.
Listen, we had topics we couldn't even talk about because it was going.
We couldn't even talk about.
It was going to go sideways.
Y'all don't understand.
Immediately.
When I say the Lord has brought us from a mighty, mighty, mighty long way, y'all don't understand. Because when I tell you that,
you'd be like, say it. What? Ow! What you talking? Immediately going left.
Listen, I tell y'all, we had some topics that we had to steer clear of, and I didn't think because when you hit this little microphone, it starts to it's like that's how when I do when I be texting you.
Go away now.
Yeah, but look, when I'm texting you, a lot of times I do text to talk. That's why I be saying stuff. You be like, "What is that? What did you say?" I be like, "I hate to text." Anyway, we are getting ready to. What is that? You missed something? Go ahead, man.
Bunch. Derek say started in high school. Nafisa said I married Derek Jackson Sr. when I was 17.
Woo!
Wow, so I had to grow and mature. Melinda said Nafisa Jackson. Oh wow, yes, you was just a baby.
Right. Girl, at the base 17, you don't know what your name is. Good.
It's always that one button. Nafisa says, so 17 to 43, I've done a lot of maturing, but those growing pains weren't easy. Yeah, I can't even imagine being married to somebody at 17. Yes, man. Yeah, boy.
My thoughts at 17.
We got married at what, 21 or what we were 20?
21?
Yeah, I was 20. Well, no, you were about 30. I was 21.
I hate you. I'm
sorry. I forgot. You done it. Hey, you done it before. You've been there. You had a t-shirt. My bad. It was my first time. I know you've been there a few times.
But I tell you, I don't like
got experience.
But I tell you, I don't like Senator
You done been to the pond, got the souvenirs.
Oh my God, you are dumb.
For me, for my own.
You was not 21. What?
But you, I know you about 35 or something like that. 30. You were seasoned.
Oh God.
But it's all good.
Y'all, Cedric is off the chain.
It's all love.
Look how it worked out, boo. I was actually 26.
You were teaching me some things.
Don't be laughing at him. I see the people laughing. Don't be laughing at him.
Teach me. I went to school.
So I was about 26.
They say he was 18. Hold on, I missed one. Oh, Shavonda said she was 19, now 53 when she got married.
Ooh, child.
Feature Jackson, you was learning yourself and someone else and life. That's a lot. That
is a lot. You said something then. To learn yourself.
It didn't work because I was real dumb. 17.
But listen, at 17, you didn't even know like bills and just like oh my gosh.
I was pretty stupid at 21. So 17, I know I was all the way live.
Yeah.
There ain't no way in the world. The Lord knew.
Boy, listen, that means God kept y'all.
What?
God protected y'all.
What?
Because there ain't no way in the world that I would still be.
That's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
Dare say I was done at HELL.
You know what?
I believe me too.
But
man.
Listen, but that
man, listen. I can't even believe some of the dumbness I was doing back then. Them ages.
But even when we first got married, like the stuff we just did, like it wasn't like it was horrible, but it was just didn't make in every sense. We couldn't get together.
I'm frozen. Shivani said, yes, indeed. There it said real talk. You better believe it.
So we get ready to do our Mickey Mouse Club. Now it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, my thing ain't working. I mean the text message or whatever.
To all my family.
This ain't text. What is it?
That's because you press stop.
I ain't press nothing. I mean the thing's still coming up. Oh, there it is.
So anyway, I really appreciate you guys for joining us. This is a good topic. So
it's a thin line.
A thin line
between aggravation
and
encouragement.
If he is ignoring you, or if she is ignoring you, or if she shoots you down, you're probably being aggravating. You might want to try to find another way.
Well, she tell you, get out my face.
Yeah, depending on who you're talking to. You can't tell them out from Richmond Heights there like that, because you said like that, Richmond Heights don't do well. I don't know about everybody else hood, but
go on now. I told you.
Who you talking to?
Right.
Look, who you talking to? Look like this.
You. Say it again. You. Say it one more time.
Like you said it again, more time.
Ask me again.
Like this.
Yeah, ask me again.
I ain't hear you. What? I ain't even say nothing. Mm-hmm. You know when they threaten you. So what you said?
You gonna say it again? You get dubbed over like one of them martial arts with it. What?
You stupid cow.
I love you. That ain't what you said.
So we got all the comments so far. Are we done?
Derek said, I have a blessed week. Love y'all. Crown Royal time.
No Crown Royal.
It's Monday Night Football.
All right. I'm gonna say a quick prayer. Lord, we thank you for each and every couple on this broadcast. We just thank you, Lord, for the single people that are on here, Lord, engaged people. Lord, that you would just touch everybody in their respective places, Lord, that if they are in a relationship, that you would reconnect them, or if they are in a situation that's not so well, that you would just go into that household and that marriage and rejuvenate it and fix it, Lord. If they are wanting to be married, Lord, that you lead them to the right person, Lord. Lord knows the wrong person can take you down a whole nother path, Lord. But I thank you right now, Lord, for your divine purpose, your divine connection in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Next Monday, same time,
Peace.
7. And Cedric act like he got some sense then.
Yeah, no. Y'all be good. Oh, did you lick my face? Oh.